This trading strategy turned $10,000 into over $100,000 in just 6 months, and it only uses one indicator. And I don't want to waste your time, so let's just get right into it. First, let's go to tradingview.com, then go to NASDAQ futures on the 10-minute time frame. Then let's click on indicators at the top and add super trend, and make sure it's the one created by this user. Super trend is an extremely popular buy-sell indicator that gives a signal, in this case a buy signal, then plots a trailing ATR stop loss, and then gives the opposing signal once a candle closes below that stop loss. As you can see here, there were multiple times where price wicked into the stop loss, but it only closed below it right here, and that's when it flipped into a sell signal. And obviously it's going to be vice versa for the sell signal. Whenever price closes above the ATR stop loss on the sell side, it flips into a buy signal. Now, I've tested dozens of buy-sell indicators in my years of trading, but this one is one of the very few that just on its own, on multiple time frames, has been shown to be successful, especially on NASDAQ futures. But I did find that it was most successful on the 10-minute time frame as a long strategy where we go long on the buy signals and close it on the sell signals. To test it, I put on my personal private indicator, the Strat Builder, short for Strategy Builder. The Strategy Builder is going to allow us to input all of our entry and exit conditions and get instant backtests. This will save us hundreds, if not thousands of hours or more over our trading career, since manual backtesting can take an hour or two per strategy. And it'll let us set alerts and even possibly automate our strategies to our broker or exchange if we wanted to go that route. No coding required. You can try it free with the first link in the description. Now, before we test it, I just wanted to mention that I am going to be using the default settings on the super trend for the strategy. Now I'm going to open up the Strat Builder, and to test this, I'm going to do $10,000 initial capital and order size is 1 quantity. I'm then going to scroll down on the Strat Builder to the buy/sell indicator settings. Then I'm going to select super trend buy and click entry. This means that we'll enter a long on the super trend buy signal. Then I'm going to select super trend sell and click exit. So we're going to exit the long when we get the sell signal. And I'm going to disable take profit and stop loss. So that way we are just testing the buys and sells of the super trend indicator. And if we set it to backtest over the past 6 months, we see that this strategy made a very impressive $100,765 profit over the past 6 months with a solid equity curve. Quick editor's note really quick. As I was editing, I realized I'm a complete idiot and June 1st to January 1st is actually 7 months, not 6 months. But I'm too deep into this video. I'm not changing it. I'm sorry. It has a 47.9% win rate, so just under a coin flip's probability whether it works out or not on any given trade. But if we go into the trades analysis, we see that the average winning trade is 0.46% and the average losing trade is 0.25%, which gives it a 1.8 risk-reward ratio, which is why it's still so profitable. I've included the full settings and results for this strategy and dozens of other strategies in our free Discord. All of the strategies are also fully compatible with the Strat Builder. I'll put the link in the description. So these are the results on the 10-minute time frame for NASDAQ futures, but the results are also great on the 5-minute time frame over the same time period, but not so great on the 1 minute. So just keep that in mind. It also has great results on S&P futures on the 10-minute time frame as well as the 5-minute time frame, but again, not so great on the 1 minute. And again, if you want to try out these backtests for yourself on any chart, on any time frame over any time period, you can try the Strat Builder free with the link in the description. So let's go over some examples of the strategy on the chart. As you can see right here, we have a buy signal on the super trend, and then we have the Strat Builder highlighting the bar and plotting the entry line and entry price. And you can disable and change the colors on the highlighted bars and lines and all that in the settings in the Strat Builder. But anyway, we enter here, and then the super trend plots an ATR stop loss, and once price closes below the ATR stop loss is when we get our exit. So as you can see right here, we get a wick just below that ATR stop loss, but no closures. We get a closure officially on this bar. And then if we do the math on the gain on this win, we will see that it is a 1.07% gain. And you can tell that it's a win because the Strat Builder has highlighted the exit bar green. If it was a loss, it would highlight the bar red. So then we get another entry right here. As you can see, we get a buy signal. Entry price is right here. And then we wait for a closure below the ATR stop loss. As you can see, we get 2 wicks right here, wicks over here below it, wicks over here, but then we finally get the official closure right here. So massive win right here. Wouldn't say this is the most common kind of trade you should expect, but from entry to exit, that is about a 2.37% gain. So pretty massive gain for the 10-minute time frame. And then over here, we get another buy signal. Entry price is right here. Wait for the closure below the stop loss. As you can see, we get wicks right here, but no official closures until right here. And if we do the math on that, that is a 1.03% gain. And then we get another buy signal right here. And as you can see, we exit very quickly and it ends up being a loss, as you can see with the red bar. And if we do the math on that, that is a 0.27% loss. And then we get another entry right over here. And we actually get a pretty bad entry, I would say, because price comes back down right after this entry. But from entry to the exit, which is right here on this massive bar down, it's only a 0.09% gain. So seems like it could have been a great win right here, but it ends up only being a 0.09% gain. And that's what I feel like the story of this strategy is. A lot of small wins, a lot of small losses, and a couple big gainers. But add them all up, and obviously, as you can see in the backtest, the gains outweigh the losses by a lot. Now, I'll be honest, I did not expect these kind of results from just plugging in the buy-sell signals and nothing else. I actually assumed the results would be bad, and the plan for this video was to use the strat builder to optimize it and make it a better strategy. But I was wrong. The super trend is a great indicator on certain time frames that doesn't need any optimization. Honestly, hats off to the creator, that's very impressive. But remember, there is one time frame where it performed very poorly. The 1 minute time frame. So I'm going to take this opportunity to show you how easy it is to optimize a strategy to make it successful. All we're going to do is add one higher time frame filter. A higher time frame filter is just a condition that needs to be true on a higher time frame in order for us to take this trade. For this strategy, we're going to only enter trades when the 2-hour stochastics are in an uptrend. So to see this manually, we would go to the 2-hour time frame, add the stochastic indicator, change your settings to these, and we would only take trades on the 1 minute time frame if the 2-hour stochastic line, this blue line, is above the signal line, the orange line. Pretty simple, but luckily the strat builder will do this much easier. To test this, we're going to go back to the 1 minute time frame, then open up the strat builder, go down to the stochastic trend for higher time frame settings, keep these default settings, and then select uptrend on the 2-hour time frame and click entry. And just with that single filter, the results of the strategy go from this to this. 455% total P&L in the past 6 months with a solid equity curve. And again, if you want to try out the strategy builder for yourself and create your own strategies like these, or literally just copy the ones we've already created, which you can find dozens in our free Discord. And if you want to get instant backtest, instant alerts, and even automate your strategies, try out the strategy builder free by going to the first link in the description. And if you want to see a video where I used AI to make an insanely profitable strategy with the full settings and results, check out the video on screen right now.